Yeah, welcome everybody. I thought I'd do a little update on some of the adult bearded dragons. Thought why not do it? It's only 44 degrees here, so we might as well come outside. All the beardies are struggling in the heat today. This is a pretty nasty day. The noise in the background is my dog, and I'll give these guys a few mealworms to get them moving. But these tubs are just rabbit hutches. They are, I think they were about 1.6 metres long, 1.5 maybe. About 50 wide I reckon, and very similar height, so bigger than your average vivarium that people keep the beardies inside. So yeah, these seem to be working a treat this year. We've bred quite a few. Obviously the beardies have got to be a certain size to be able to be kept in these. Obviously the gaps between the wire are, I think, 2 centimetres. So there's a bit of obviously you can't put babies out here or anything like that. Most of these beardies have been retreating today because of the heat. I've just cleaned all their water bowls out. I usually hop and sit in them on a hot day, throw some mealworms in. Oh, that's the sound of one very hot little dog. Don't feed mealworms too often, but they are a good treat, and on a hot day I don't mind actually. So most of these have 2 beardies in them, some have 3. Through breeding season, and we'll pick out what males I want with what females and put them together if I'm doing selective breeding. It just all depends on what I want to do. I've cut back the beardies quite a bit because it's a lot of work. So the beauty of getting these outside was there's a nice big dark red male in here, but he doesn't want to come out. But yeah, we certainly don't breed what we used to. I just do not have the time to look after all the babies. So it's a lot of work. I'll just work my way along and feed some of these ones. I do have a few more beardies inside. The ones inside in the fish room at the moment are like the het whiplets. There's some whiplets out here in this cage. There's one right there. These guys were struggling inside, so I put them outside in this cage and they've improved. So I've enjoyed the hot weather. Here's some nice ones waiting for food. Drop some food. All the mats are all wet at the moment because I just tipped out all those water bowls. Just trying to get some not very clear footage. But yeah, this is just a basic rabbit hutch. You've got your sheltered section there, which I've just got some like pea straw and stuff down nice and thick. It's paved for the front half, but that back half in under there is actually dirt. There's obviously a wire level just sits about 2 centimetres above the dirt, so it actually stays quite cool in there. So the lizards can actually retreat in there. I do have some timber over the metal as well. But I'm going to get some insulation sheets and slide them in under that timber as well, certainly before next summer, because on days like this, 44 degrees, this is probably about as worse as it's going to get out here for them, and they're getting through it. They're a bit warm, but they're surviving. That's the male that's got the little paradox markings on it. He's the one that's produced the purple paradoxes each time, the father. Here's one of his boys. This guy did have some perp on him, but you can barely even notice it now. And these guys are always hungry. I'll drop some mealworms down there. Once they work it out, they'll get in there and have a feed. Oh, is he? please stop it. So yeah, there you go. It's not real clear, guys. Sorry, I don't know. I'll just have a feed over here. I do have these dividers too if I want to stop the males from just harassing each other constantly. You can just slide this piece of core flute in, and it's a see-through, but it's not clear, so they can't really see each other. They have a bit of a rest, I guess. They'll carry on like idiots all the time. There's the paradox boy. Getting a few mealworms. There's a little runtly female that's in here. It just doesn't really ever grow. But this guy's pretty nice. He's kind of starting to shed. It's the purple paradox male. He'll go back to the mum and see if we get some more purple paradoxes. That will be next year if I can get him up to size. He was flying there for a while, but he slowed down a bit, but he's back up and running now. The weather's really heated up here. These cages, they have a little entry port here, so when eggs are laid, obviously I'll just open this door and I'll pop this lid off and I'll dig the eggs up. It's easy as that. You can get some bigger logs in if you want, stuff like that. So it's good little access. So it seems to work pretty well. I'll just shut that up. Make sure those things are clipped over. You've also got where I clean out the water bowls through this top bit. These get stuck sometimes and are not that easy to open. But not that hard either, but yeah, that opens up. That's quite a big hole obviously, so yeah, you can access the cages from in there. And see the beauties, no worries. Like I said, it's all a bit wet. I just tipped all these water bowls out in here. That'll be dry pretty soon. She doesn't take long in this weather. I said it before, she's 44 forecast for today. Not sure what it exactly is now, but I think it's around the mark. She's pretty nasty out here. But yeah, that's the rabbit hutches working a treat for the bearded dragons. And since they've been out here, they've all bred. Been several clutches laid since they've been in these cages. Obviously when I moved house, most of these lizards are in large outdoor aviaries that I couldn't really take with me, so I left them there and I had them inside for a while, but the plan was to always get them outdoors where I'm not running silly amounts of heat lights. And in this time of year, oh, that dog, oh God, Izzy, come with that, have a drink. Yeah, wowzers. Yeah, that's it. Pigeons. I bought 10 of them. I think I'm not sure if they were quite a couple $100 each, but I can't really remember. But they've been one of the best purchases I've made. I've made plenty of poor ones over the years, but straight away getting these guys outside has saved me a fortune. And obviously I used to have a lot more beauties. I've probably cut back 3/4 of my collection. So if I had all my old beauties still, I would have needed about 25 of these cages. And this guy's gonna shed. He's normally a deep red male. It's not really gonna show all that old skin. You just see the tail, but yeah, it's not gonna do the job. You can see it. All pretty happy. These guys are probably saying give us some more. Never like feeding too many mealworms, but sometimes they are a good treat. Good little burst. They get greens every day as well. So yeah, I won't worry about doing the ones inside because I haven't got the heat lights or any lights on in there to keep the room a bit cooler. So they'll be sleeping in there just about. Well, they're still pretty warm. But yeah, this is that's my dog moving my hand, trying to lick me. Oh dear. is he? So yeah, anyone that was asking about these cages, if you keep a beardies outdoors, yeah, have a look at what rabbit hutches you got at your local pet shops. You can get them online pretty cheap too. These days there's so many places you can order things. These took about 5 minutes to build each one. Just a few screws, nothing too major. Obviously the only thing will be sitting on the ground when I tip all the water out and it wets the mat. Obviously a bit of rust could be an issue down the track. I'm thinking of moving these cages to the other side of the yard and putting them up on some Bessa bricks. But my only problem is they're going to get a lot more sunlight, so on the hot days I think it'll just be too hot for them. So that's the reason they're still here. I can kind of manage it here pretty good. We've had quite a few days in the 40s and everything's surviving, so which is great. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone. If you're after any info on these cages or whatever, I just got them from a local shop, but yeah, about 1.5 metres by 50 or 60 height and width, and of course about 1.1 of that is cage, and then you got about 50 probably that is shelter. So those lids this lifts up to, you can access it through here obviously. They all lock down, the lids are clip down as well, so they can't be opened. So yeah, apart from my rubbish piled up on it, yeah, these have worked a treat. So anyway, a few people that were asking, that is all they are. There's nothing special. They look neat. Come back a bit. Once I clean up my rubbish, which I seem to build up every day, but rubbish aside, the cages themselves are very neat and tidy. If you're looking for cages outside and you know your partner's saying no, you're not having them, they look ugly. Yeah, well, no they don't, they look neat and tidy. So just buy them anyway, it's always better to get forgiveness than permission. It's my theory. So thanks for watching everyone. I'll do an update on some reptiles inside later, on some of the het whiplets that have got eggs cooking. I've got some goannas due to hatch soon, some Uranus hameliensis, I think it is, the southern Pilbara rock monitors. There's eggs cooking in there for them. There's whiplet eggs cooking, and of course there's other colourful holdbacks inside. That will be for another day. Going to keep out of the heat. Thanks for watching everyone. Please like, subscribe. Just trying to grow this channel, and I'll start dishing out some better content hopefully as time progresses, and get a muzzle for my dog so you don't have to listen to her pant for the whole clip. Cheers everyone.